At least we are rising. And as I've said, strength in freaking numbers, man. This is a big step. As you've known that, and I've been saying this for so long, and I just feel as if that maybe we're making headway. And I've been repeating this for so long. This is not where Chelsea should be. Chelsea not a mid-table team. Chelsea do not languish in 9th, 10th, and 11th. And of course, people who are haters and hate me, maybe due to my arrogance and how I talk like, this is where Chelsea are, this is Chelsea's proper thing. And you know, I go with it because it's all laughter jokes. But if we're being serious, if we're keeping it a stacking scale, it's one of the heaviest jerseys in football. That's one of the heaviest jerseys in football. Okay. So I speak fluent UCL. And as I always said, once the benchmark has been risen, your job is to maintain that benchmark. Your job is to maintain that benchmark. Not to lower it, to maintain it, to keep it. No. If you go higher, okay. Okay, fine. You maintain. You don't get there, go lower. But please go higher. But bare minimum, you maintain that freaking benchmark. You maintain it. So the supporters, they've put out a statement. So let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. So this is what your boys have been saying, bro. All right, hold on. Let me just put myself up here like this. There we go. So Chelsea Supporters Trust says fans have significant concerns about the club's future in a lengthy letter to co-owners Boehly and Egbale. So obviously, shout out to your boys BBC, British Broadcasting thingies, so don't get any freaking ideas, you freaking weirdos, about their thoughts on this stuff. So hold up. There we go. Better. Cool. So, it says feeling among fans is at its lowest since the early 80s and is close to irreversible toxicity. Does it sound like a club who, you're not back to your normal ways? No, it's not. Because this is worse than the Ken Bates era. So the current mood among supporters is critically low and cannot be ignored. The Chelsea Supporters Trust letter said, the feeling that the club has become a laughing stock both on and off the pitch is growing. So I want to just see quotes from the letter. So the Chelsea Supporters Trust regretfully believes that we are close to, if not already, experiencing a significant shift in supporter opinion that could result in irreversible toxicity. You see, guys, I keep trying to remind people that they never wanted. Let me show you. They never wanted to sack Potter. The toxicity within the bridge sacked Potter. If it was down to this consortium, they'd have kept Potter. As long as Chelsea didn't get relegated, they would have kept Potter. Potter was only sacked because of the toxicity that came from the fans. And once that happened, their 5-6 year plan, which was all hell-bent on Potter, it all went up in smoke. But let's continue. And almost irrespective of results on the pitch. That's the key thing. A significant shift in supporter opinion that could result in irreversible toxicity, almost irrespective of results on the pitch. So win, lose, or draw, no. Wins with freaking Poch. Supporters are saying that there currently seems a fast-growing lack of trust from much of the fan base. And this is the key. Especially match goers towards the board, partially due to severely limited communication. Oh yeah. What's happening? You see, if you have no communication, but you're winning, that's all good. Bro, I've never heard Bram speak. To this day, I've not heard Bram say A, B, C, D, je suis, vivo, e caro, e caso, e curole. I've not heard him say baoni. I've not heard him say any words. I'm not saying I didn't speak Swahili, Russian, Dominican, nothing. So there was zero communication between the fans of the Bram. But because we're winning and winning trophies, oh, we're good. But when you're losing, once you're trash, oh, talk, speak. You see, supporters don't need to talk to you if we are winning trophies, because once winning trophies, that is all the communication that supporters want. But when you're not winning and you're losing and you're making us look like a laughing stock, and when we go to school, go to work, go online, go to socials, and we are mocked, we are abused, we are insulted, and we're laughed at by our friends, our co-workers, our family members. Oh, now we want answers. Now we want answers. Many supporters have significant concerns about the short and long-term future of our football club. A significant number of supporters that we speak to are quick to express concerns that the lack of any public-facing vision from the new ownership has led to an overwhelming sense of helplessness, frustration, and deep concern. Surely, supporters deserve a coherent, detailed strategy update from the ownership on their medium, long-term plans. They have yet to receive one. Included within such an update should be the stadium redevelopment. Even if the club have no strategically important news in this area, periodic statements would certainly not go amiss, given the crucial importance of the redevelopment to so many match-going supporters. So you see, there's so many elements here. So, okay, let me hit you. Let me hit you with this angle first. Let me hit you with the ownership angle, and then I'll hit you with why they're doing this angle. Because someone sent me a DM. I need to shout out. I think it's your boy Ralph. Shout out to your boy Ralph, Chelsea supporter. He sent me a DM as to why Chelsea are doing all of this buying, and it sort of makes sense. I'll sort of get there. Before I get there, let me hit you with this letter and the issue you have if you're a Premier League fan. Heads up. If you're an EPL fan, you do not own your club. It's not the same if you're a Bundesliga fan. It's not the same if you're a La Liga fan. And I'm not sure that it's the same in the Eredivisie and the Big Mac League. But if you're a Premier League fan, you don't own your club. Oh, you buy the merchandise, you support, you buy the jerseys, you go to the matches, you don't own the club. These are the owners, and they're not answerable to you because you didn't vote to them. They didn't need your votes for them to come in. The government decided who was going to take over. We, the fans, we didn't say, okay, no, because we pay for the merchandise, we go to the matches, we support the club, we have a zero say as to who takes ownership. It's whoever has the most money and is sold off without autonomy. So you don't own the club. So these owners, they own you nothing. And there's nothing you can do as a supporter that can change unless, en masse, as a whole, everybody boycotts. And we just know that that is not realistic because the same thing happened with Man United. And remember, back in the fan pack, that's what me and Serie were talking about. And Serie was like, bro, I'm boycotting United until things change. But Serie knew that I'm just one person. But if people as a whole don't do it, nothing will change. And you know, United, that is one of the most popular football clubs in the world. Oh, if you don't buy tickets, there are thousands that are ready to take your spot. So, but whereas when you look at La Liga, Laporta is voted in. Perez is voted in. And there are elections. So if you don't make the fans happy, if you're not answerable, if you don't have open communication, you don't have a clear vision, when those elections come around, you're out because you didn't do good enough. That's not the same here. So you could be a trash owner, completely crap, completely useless, say nothing to the fans. There is no voting. There is no voting you out. So that's what people have to realize here. And it's a sad reality. And blame the Premier League people, blame the Premier League and the FA for creating a scenario where the actual fans, the life and blood of a football club, have zero say as to who owns their club. Do you know how messed up that is? But you see, guys, every advantage has a disadvantage. Because the advantage of that is, look at how much money EPL can spend, the free spending, the money. Although, independent regulator is coming in. So all those good times. But yeah, but it is clear that like the fans, the people who are the reason why a club exists, a football club is nothing without its fans. It's nothing. Yes, you can have the stars and everything, but lots of the income comes from the match going fans who pay the tickets, the merchandise, and you going on tour. To Asia, to North America, all those places where those guys are paying money. So without the fans, that's the income and the function of your club goes away. So that's the one angle, which is unfortunate. The other angle is why did Chelsea do this whole buying? So shout out to your boy Ralph. He sent me a DM, and this is scary. So there could be, that's where it gets real. There could be a transfer ban on its way. So because there's going to be a transfer ban on its way, Chelsea and the owners want to get a quick heads up. So by getting a quick there we go. You see, I want to bring this up. There we go. So I want to bring this up. There we go. Okay. So, wait, hold up. Can I bring this in? Beautiful. Okay. So there we go. So let me put myself here like this. Okay. So finally, you may ask, why did Chelsea spend so much in so little time? Other clubs have spent similar amounts of money, but that was over 4 to 5 years, not 1 to 2. Why did Chelsea rush into things instead of building a squad piece by piece over 2 to 3 years? There's an obvious explanation here, and it's one that doesn't paint the previous ownership in great light. Reports suggest the club had to speed up their ambitious projects in anticipation of a transfer ban due to unscrupulous dealings from the previous ownership. Brown, look, he did what he had to do. He gave me 2 UCLs, I can't hate. Illegal payments to agents, under the table agreements, the whole 9 yards. For these reasons, I do expect the club to receive a transfer ban in the next 2 to 3 years. So look out for that. But the club has essentially gotten ahead of that by assembling, by assembling a young squad in such a short period of time with players tied down to long-term deals. So it's effed up. It's effed up. Because let's say that is true. It probably is true. So let's say it is true. First thing is communicate. Which is what the supporters trust is about. Surely the supporters should know that. Why are you doing this? Why are we going with this scattergun weird approach to buying players? Where is the supporters meeting? Where is the spokesman? Because that is what they hated Kroenke for until Kroenke's son was now the face and the spokesperson. So now Kroenke's son had several meetings with the Answer supporters group and would tell them, we're doing X because of Y, because of Z. So for Clearlake, who is the spokesperson that goes to the fans and says, okay, we're buying all these players because of X, because of Y, because of Z. Second thing is, okay, let's say this transfer ban is coming. It's still a dumbass approach. Because what if you get players who you can't move? Even if you have them on whatever wage you have them, what if you can't move these guys because these guys are not very good? So it makes it even scarier. So really, you are just recruiting guys, just like, okay, let's just get as many young guys as possible, just bring them in, long contracts and everything. So when the transfer ban comes, hey, at least we've got players before the transfer ban. If I was tasked with something similar, I don't know what Chelsea did. If I was tasked with something similar, no. I still buy quality. Some young, some old and everything. Because even if it's 2 to 3 years, I will still buy a whole bunch of young guys, but a whole bunch of guys 25, 26 to 27. What you don't do is just we're just going to get a whole bunch of young guys. So once we have the transfer ban, we hope that these guys will now say what's up. But these are still a bunch of potentials. Any big club looks to win now and in the future. Not just, let's just hope to win in the future. So that's why you buy for the future and you buy for now. You do both. That's how you operate. But Chelsea are just like, we're just operating on the future. So even if there's a transfer ban coming through, it is still, I get the psychology. I get the thinking behind it of like, if we can't spend any money for 2 to 3 years, let's at least have some guys already in the talk. So it does make sense. But communicate that. But still, you can still do better with the recruitment. Because even if you do that, what's the manager? What is his philosophy? And get players that fits into the philosophy and the idea of the manager. Not a scattergun approach. Philosophy, idea, players who fit into that philosophy and idea. That is how you roll. Transfer ban or no transfer ban. So, but it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how guys respond to this though. But guys, it gets real, man. I told you about Chelsea, man. It's man. Are we gonna catch a break? Are we gonna catch a freaking break, man? Like the vid, subscribe, one love, man.